Lam. 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 Last time. Lam. Now we bring our attention 1 inch above the perineum. This is behind where we urinate. And here we do the sound VUM as we compress from front to back. And we press at the ring finger with the thumb. Take a deep breath in. VUM. 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 Last time. VUM. Now we come to the behind the navel, and there we press the middle finger to the thumb, and we compress from front to back with the mantra Ram. Take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Last time. Ram. Now we come in between the breaths, and here we do the sound yam. Difficult to contract here, but just mentally contract, and we hold the mudra, the index finger to the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yam. 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 Now we come to the throat, and here we do the sound hum. And when we do the hum, keep the thumbs up in a loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Hum. 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 Last time. Hum. Now we bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do the sound chum. Take a deep breath in. Chum. 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 Now we come to the top of the head, we do Om. Again, thumbs up. Last time. Now, let's begin the happy face breathing, Ujjayi pranayama. And all of you, having done this for many weeks now, you can sense the difference, what the vibration did to you. It is the cleansing of the spirit and the mind, and now we are ready to connect into the body. And that is where we are stimulating the afferent nerve sensitivity. That way, all the parts of the body are able to connect with the brain better. So here we go. Those of you who know, begin. And for the people who are new, bring your awareness to the throat, close your eyes and observe how the throat feels. It should feel normal. Now, with the eyes closed as you are, make a big smile and feel a slight stretch in the throat. Then focus on the stretch and inhale and exhale slowly. It should feel like it is rubbing in that stretch over there. It can feel like restricted breathing. So let's begin. If anybody has any difficulty, I will address you individually. Zandra, sit. We are doing a different exercise, but if you want to do your exercise, that's fine too. We are doing the throat-based breathing. Priya Devota, you're not getting the full impact on your throat. Don't take the head back too much, but keep it straight as you are right now, and make the happy big smile and feel the stretch in the throat. That's a little better, but bring your chin down very slightly. That's good. No, too much. Go back. Okay, there you are. Okay. Continue. Kulbhushan Gulati ji, I don't sense the stretch being felt over there. Dr. Ramesh Patel, I presume you're not doing the exercise because I don't sense the stimulation in the throat. Mr. Srinivasan, you can do better. You need to feel the stretch in the throat. Nick Ravichandran, you can also increase the stretch in the throat. It'll have a better impact.
Sir, mine is little confused. Can you just observe for me?
1 second. What is your name, you said?
Manjunath.
Manjunath Banur. Yes, 1 second. You're fine. Carry on. Okay, excellent. Now, let's go on to our mantra, Haim Im Am, and visualize it flowing from the mid chest, going upward to the top of the head. Make sure it leaves to the top of the head. Haim Im Am, like that. You do this mentally. You don't do this verbally. Close your eyes, and mentally it goes Haim Im Am, and you just watch it. Now we can go on to our spine exercises, starting with the neck. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your ear towards your shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, go towards the other shoulder. Okay. Now, as we exhale, rotate your head and turn around as if you're looking over one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, look over the other shoulder. And continue. Okay. Now, inhale, take the head back. Exhale, chin towards the chest. As you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest, and then we rotate. Inhale half a circle and exhale the other half. Remember, all of these neck exercises, it is all conditioned on your individual need. If you find any of these exercises are troublesome, it creates any adverse reaction, don't do them. And you can ask me. But if there is an adverse reaction, rule is don't do it. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Okay. Now we get on to the shoulder exercise, alternate shoulders. Inhale, lift up the shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it down. Inhale the other, rotate back and bring it down. Okay, excellent. Now, hands up. Inhale, lift up the palms, stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and a downward facing fist. Inhale and exhale. Now, let's keep a loose fist and then rotate around the wrist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep the inhale and exhale as one rotation. Don't do it too fast. Feel all the muscles. Let's go opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. Elbows in line with the shoulders. Inhale and exhale, rotate around. The wrist, the fingers, the palms, the elbows, all of them are moving a little bit. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Think of it. Inhaling good stuff, exhaling, throwing out unwanted stuff. Now backward. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now we do both shoulders together. Inhale and rotate back, exhale, bring it down. Okay, that's good. Now cross one hand over the opposite knee, take the other hand behind. Oh yes, mom reminded me, I forgot something which I should have done before, which is good for you, is interlock your hands and bring it behind your head. And as you exhale, turn to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale the other way, inhale, come back. Okay, that's good. Now cross over one hand over the opposite knee and the other hand behind and turn as you exhale. Inhale, come back, exhale the other way. That is good. Now let us bring one leg over the other and get hold of your knee with your interlocked hands. And as you exhale, pull in the knee, not only front, but towards the other side. And turn your head to the same side as the leg you're holding. Inhale, release, and exhale, turn. Now let's go to the other leg. Exhale, pull, and turn your head. Okay. Now we will do the leg cycling exercise. So the idea of the cycling exercise, lift up the head, stretch out the leg and bring it up. Inhale and exhale. Now let's go to the other leg. Inhale and exhale. Okay, that's good. Now we go on to alternate nostril breathing. I remember somebody said yesterday that without the balance, somebody felt some sensation somewhere. So close the right nostril, inhale through the left, feel the awareness of the breath going from the behind the right eye over the right ear and then lodging in the middle of the brain. And you close the left nostril, and when you exhale from the right, feel the awareness going the other way. Inhale from here and then close, exhale that way. So we just keep doing the loop forward and backward. Okay. Now let's go on to our deep breathing, the Bhastrika pranayama. I want to do at least 2 rounds today. So for those of you who are new, I'll repeat it, but for the others, please begin. When we inhale, we feel the abdomen area go in as the lower lung breathes out. Inhale, it comes out, and you continue to inhale, the chest expands and the shoulder pulls back, and exhale, everything is going in again, right? And again, you inhale like that and exhale. When you feel comfortable doing that, where you don't need to focus on the abdominal area because it is able to come in and out on its own, then you can bring your fist in a loose fist with the elbows by the side of the chest. Then when we inhale, we first fill up the lower part of the lung, the belly comes out. As the chest expands, lift up the elbows a little bit. And as the shoulder pulls back, the upper lung breathes and the palm is opening. Exhale, you come down. So let's go. 1. Let's go. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Relax, eyes closed. Any sensations in the head, just close your eyes and observe. Let's go on to the second round, loose fist. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Relax, eyes closed. Now we can go into meditation. Devji, today instead of im meditation, you can do Rom as the mantra, R-O-M, Rom. And Ravin Trivedi, you can use the mantra Hom, H-O-M. Rest of you can listen to the background, Om. It is 6:30, and those of you who need to leave can leave. And when you finish the meditation, become aware of your breath, raise your hand up and look straight into the palm of your hand when you come out of the meditation. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. With that as the thought, you all know that we are doing 10 minutes every day of the Yoga Sutras. So today we are going to do the overview session. And in 10 minutes, full overview of the Yoga Sutras. And from tomorrow on, we will begin with different sutras themselves. Now, at the same time, those of you who have an interest, you see, many of you have been doing for a long time. I noticed today we needed to do a lot of chakra vibrations to clear out a few of you, even though you're regulars, and this can happen. So what I would want to suggest is, if any of you would like to do daily meditation on your own with a mantra, and if you should not miss a single day, if you're willing to do that, then just send me an email and we can see whether we can find a mantra for you as your personal mantra. Some of you here have already contacted me and have a personal mantra that will help to build inner awareness. And with that inner awareness, you can sense things better. Okay. So we'll keep that separate. If you have any questions, please post them on the chat box. We will take them up after we had dealt with the Yoga Sutras, the overview. Okay. Okay. So let's start with, yesterday we went over the history of the Yoga Sutras, the age of it, the context related to where it belongs in the Indian Hindu philosophy, all of that we have discussed. Today, the layout of the Yoga Sutras is in 4 chapters. Now, obviously, the idea of yoga predates the Yoga Sutras. In fact, if from the discussion yesterday, you can understand that the hymns of the Vedas were there even before the Vedas were compiled among different people in India. But Vyasa compiled all of them together and organized them. And Vedas contain yoga knowledge too. The system of yoga that most people understand is the way it is practiced, not really the system. Okay? So we spoke about the Hatha Yoga, the Tantra Yoga, and the Bhakti Yoga traditions. Now, the Patanjali Muni decided for the seeker, it is important to have a comprehensive manual so that they are not misguided by this yoga approach or that yoga approach and things like that. So the manual effectively, or the essay that he wrote, has 4 parts to it, the 4 chapters. The first chapter simply is about an overview summary, an executive summary of what yoga is all about. The second and third chapter explores the system of how you can progress in yoga. And the 4th chapter, or the 4th segment, deals with the realization from yoga. So what I'm going to give you in this 10-minute overview is the gist of each of these chapters. In the first chapter, it begins by saying what yoga essentially is about activation of the programs within you. That is what makes the words come out of your mouth. That's why the eyes blink. That's why the mind thinks. That's why each part of the body in health or ill health is doing. It's all the activation of the program in your system. And Patanjali Muni says, when you learn to be a pure observer, not being affected by these programs and their activation, you begin to realize the true inner nature. That whoever you are is not the programs, you're beyond the programs. But when you're unaware of that, you associate yourself with the program. I look like this, I speak like this, I smell like this, I do these things, I want to do these things. And all of these is because you're associating with this body. Now, he goes on to say, by being a pure observer, and you have to do daily practice of that, systematic practice of being a pure observer leads to the higher awareness. And in that higher awareness in stages, you can have the highest and supreme and unexhaustive complete wisdom about the nature of existence and all of that. And that state in the Yoga Sutras is called the state of samprajñātah state, where you have complete wisdom. And this is explained right in the 17th sutra of the first chapter. It's the executive overview. Then he goes on to say, if you have fixations in your mind about the nature of existence, you will only go as far as your fixations. So you need to approach it in the zone of no assumptions. If you go with an assumption, you will only experience your assumption. After that, he goes on to say, there is one other way in which you can attain this, and that is by surrender to God. And what is the idea of God? So the idea of God, he explains, is the word used in the Yoga Sutra for God is Ishvara. So it explains it as Klesha Karma Vipaka Aparamrishta Purusha Vishesha Ishvara. Ishvara is that person or that being who is outside the cycle of the fruitioning of karmas, whereas we are all product of the cycle of karmas, whereas Ishvara is beyond that. And then there are many more sutras that explain. And one of the concepts that is explained over there is the concept of a guru. The Yoga Sutra explains Ishvara is from time immemorial the guru of everyone at all times. Sapurvesham api guruhu kalena anavichedat. So by explaining this, what the modern day concept where you have these yoga gurus and all of that, they have no standing according to the Yoga Sutras. In the Yoga Sutras, when somebody teaches you, that person is simply being a messenger, or a person who is simply nimitta matra, or an instrument of the divine intent. So they came and shared something with you, you learned something. And so the thing is basically, the one who comes in front of you in human form is only an instrument of the divine flow. Okay? And with such kind of explanation, also, how does Ishvara communicate? Ishvara communicates through the vibration of Om mantra. So this is how the first chapter, first part of it explains. And then it explains that the process of realizing the higher state results in you becoming a person who can open out your connection into the cosmos and start imbibing cosmic wisdom. The word for cosmic wisdom in the Yoga Sutra is prajna. And the way in which the Yoga Sutra in the first chapter explanation is Ritambhara Tatra Prajna. Rita means the cosmic flow. You become fully engulfed into the cosmic flow and you're able to get the full wisdom of the cosmic flow. Then, after this, it tells you also that initially you focus, based upon where you focus, you attain by keeping the stillness in the mind, you attain all of this. But after a point in time, you don't need to focus at all. You can always be in that state. And that is the state called nirbija samadhi. However, when you focus on a point of focus and attain that, that is called the concept of sabija samadhi. This is explained in the first chapter. The second and third chapter go into details. Why is it you have the activation of this system? It is because underlying basis, there are 5 types of program patterns embedded within you, right from creation. So we'll discuss all of this when we get into it in detail. And then it explains to you that different ways in which you can get over this program pattern. And the biggest impediment is one of the 5 program patterns is the sense of what the word used is cosmic ignorance is called avidya. Because of the lack of because of the presence of cosmic wisdom, or because of the lack of cosmic wisdom, you basically think, I am the doer. I am the person who is this. You associate with the body. And once you get over that perception, then there is no standing for any of the other 4 elements that constitute the base of why activations are caused. Then after that, he goes on as for the student of yoga, what is the systematic way in which yogic attainments come? So this is where the concept of Ashtanga yoga comes. Many of you have heard of the concept of Ashtanga yoga, the 8-fold yoga, and this comes in the second chapter. The 8 of them are yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. In fact, Patanjali Muni goes on when he's explaining yama and niyama. He will tell you yama and niyama alone are enough for you to attain the highest. Okay? In fact, the yamas are the areas of where you would say you're a thinking human being. In the Yoga Sutras, it says, in the context of the civilization that Patanjali was in, he defines yama in 5 different ways. You should be truthful, you shouldn't steal, you shouldn't do this, do that, and all of that. But the most important of the yama is you should be a person who has curiosity to know. Unless you seek, you will not get it. So you should have curiosity to know. And what is the word for curiosity to know in Sanskrit? It is called brahmacharya. And there is a mistaken myth behind it. It means celibacy. Brahmacharya has nothing to do with celibacy. Brahmacharya only means curiosity to know. Chara means to move. Brahma is all of existence. Moving in all of existence means seeking to know about all of existence, curiosity to know. And that is the most important component of the yama element. By seeking to know and being a person who is moral, not stealing, not lying, and things like that, what you're enabling yourself to do is opening yourself to be receptive by seeking to know. The second element, the second of the Ashtanga is the niyama. Niyama means discipline. And what is the most important aspect of discipline? Again, Patanjali talks about the 5 aspects of discipline. The 5 aspects of discipline is, within that, the most important is the concept of letting go. What is the concept? How does it, he explain the concept of letting go? Ishvara pranidhana, surrender to God. And when you lead your life, not thinking I am the body and I am the person, you have better ability to be in a relaxed way, letting the wisdom of God guide you. So when you wake up in the morning and you go through systematically a routine every day, the yogic practices build upon your routine and your energy flow. We all have a daily biorhythm. When you do any practice consistent with the biorhythm, that is when you can tune yourself from the outward expressions and connect with the inner being. If you do your practice one day in the morning, another day in the afternoon, another day at night, and each day you're varying the time, the practice will not enable you to fruition the state whereby you can be an observer unaffected by what you see as the external, things happening in your body. And so this is the concept of yama. And by having the concept of surrender to God, you're able to keep your daily discipline going on. That's a concept of, sorry, not yama, niyama. Okay. And Patanjali especially says, the surrender to God is what finally enables you to reach the highest experience of yoga. Okay. So with that as the thought, and now let's go to the next of the Ashtangas, that is asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, and dhyana. So the third to the seventh. Asana corresponds to physical alignment, whereby you can be in complete harmony with the body. No pain here, no feeling this, no bodily discomfort. Asana means being well anchored and well aligned, so that after attaining asana, you're enabled to do pranayama. And what is the concept of pranayama? Pranayama is all about regulation of the vitality within the system. And you know the various practices we do. Anlom Vilom Pranayama is to balance the two sides of the brain. And the brain is the governor of the vitality in the body, the brain and the central nervous system. And when we do Bhastrika Pranayama, which we do every day, it is to energize and to have more energy, because we are taking more oxygen in. And when we do different cycles of it, we literally make the brain reprogram itself with respect to the energy distribution in the body. And then, the pranayama can be done properly, and you won't have any unwanted side effects, only if you find balance in the system. And that is the reason it says you have to first have the asana balance in order to do pranayama. Then comes dharana. Dharana is the one-pointed focus of the mind. And no, sorry, pratyahara I missed. Pratyahara is the vibrational element of the body. We'll discuss it in greater detail another time. I'm looking at the clock over here. And then the concept of dharana is point of focus. Dhyana is the mind clearing out. You become mindless in meditation. And then the samadhi is the state where the connectivity opens up and you can imbibe cosmic wisdom directly. Now, with that, I'll kind of close out on the second and third chapter. All I will mention is the samadhi state in the third chapter is extensively discussed about the various types of experiences and abilities you can get from it. Okay. With that, I will close out the second and third chapter. Now let's go on to the summary of the fourth chapter. The first three chapters tell you it is the guide for the individual practitioner, how to approach yoga, what are the experiences of yoga, the system of yoga. But the last chapter tells you, who are you, the one person, in the context of all of existence? How does existence play itself out? So that is the discussion of the fourth chapter. You can think of it as the conclusive summary. And in the fourth chapter, the one of the best statements ever to understand the key element of yoga is the last, but the fourth sutra essentially tells you, sarva mala apetasya jnanasya anantyat jneyam alpam. Okay? So sarva mala apetasya means with all the unwanted dirt. Mala means dirt or unwanted stuff, all being cleansed off. So you have become completely purified. And as a result of the purification, you have access to jnanasya anantyat. You have infinite wisdom. With that, you have come to the conclusion, what is to know is very little. Jneyam alpam. What is that meaning? That really, what is that little thing you need to know? Is we are only an instrument of the cosmic program, the divine flow. So we play our part in the cosmic flow, and we are only an instrument. That's the only thing we need to know. As long as we are true to our conscience, which is our inner connectivity with the plan of the cosmos, we are in sync with the cosmos and doing our job as an instrument. That is all there is to it. So that is, and also the last two sutras in the Yoga Sutra speaks about the nature of the final state. So we'll get to all of that in due course. But for today, I've exceeded the 10 minutes and gone to almost 15 or 17 minutes. So now let me get on to the questions that are listed over there. So the first question we have over here is yoga pranayama practice that help to improve the eye health. Okay. You see, this kind of a question is kind of a very broad question. When children are involved and they develop bad eyes, it is largely because these days young children, they are focused on the iPad or these phones and all of these things, and they are not letting all aspects of their the muscles to operate. So the ocular muscles, they don't fully work in every direction, they become stiff. So the way in which you can detect it is, if you look at a child and ask a child to rotate the eyes as follows: look downward and then go through the left and top, right, and just keep circling like this. If you find that the circling of the eyes can be done smoothly, then the muscles are not tight. You do both ways like that. If the muscles are tight, it will jerk as it is moving. And that, so eye exercises there can help to loosen that and can improve. Now, when there is lack of nerve connectivity and what you would call as there is damage in the eye, then in which case those kind of elements, there is the exercise called Trataka. Now, if it is only a question of firing up the energy in communication, we think about the 5 types of communication from the Ayurvedic perspective. You know that prana, apana, vyana, udana, and samana. So if it is if you find the samana element is not strong enough, Kapalbhati pranayama is very effective for the eyes. Okay, so we have to work with each individual case as to what it is the problem is, and we'll assess and we can work with it. The next question I have is, when I do him, im, vibration, haim, im, vibration, should Gundli Shastras or Kundalini Shastras, chakras, or can vibration can go Agnya as well as Shastradhar chakra? Okay, I'm going to skip that question for now because I didn't understand and we are we don't have enough time. The next is, I would like a mantra. I'm 80 years old. Okay. Please send me okay. billingint7@gmail.com. billing7@gmail. Okay. So Linda Nunes.
Okay.
Okay. The next says, I thought, okay. So the thing is basically, somebody writes over here, Jignasa means curiosity to know. It is absolutely true. Curiosity to know and seeking to know are 2 different things. So brahmacharya is being a seeker. Jignasa is having the curiosity. That is the distinction. But of course, just like in every language, there are subtle differences for terms that have very similar expression. Okay. Somebody has asked for my email address and Bal Mukund will take care of that. My nose gets blocked as soon as I start pranayama. Am I doing something wrong? This is something that we need to address, in the sense what you need to do is, you may have other issues. So you may need other practice like nasal cleansing on a daily basis, and more Anlom Vilom pranayama will help you. More Ujjayi pranayama will help you. So those things can be taken care of. And if it is one or the other which is blocking, there are ways of using a pillow under the arm where there is more airflow to balance it. So this we'll go into an individual discussion for the person. Next is the Yoga Sutra discussion is so beautiful. Okay, thank you. Very wonderful. Okay, that's fine. Next is is it normal to feel vibrations in your forehead when doing chakra cleansing? Yes, it is normal. And okay, so the question here is, yesterday I said that people can eat whatever that is consistent with who they are. If there are no negative reaction, that is fine. But if people who eat animals, don't they have bad karmas of killing the animals? Okay, that's the question asked
Good
over
job,
there.
yes.
Okay, and so the answer for that is the following. Okay, now I'm going to speak about this from a little bit from the Islamic perspective. In the Islamic perspective, in their concept of thing is, if you kill an animal, it is only for food, you have to eat it. If you wantonly kill an animal, it's a sin. But for your food, if you eat it, there is no sin. Okay, that's how they explain. Now, the interesting part is that the act of, if you look at it, when a lion goes and kills a deer in order to have its food, okay, does it have bad karma? You see, the key part is in the cycle of existence, all these forms are taking from one another. When we are taking plants and we are, eating them, think of it. When you take spinach, you take it full, the whole plant is destroyed over there when you pull the spinach and take it, right? You're killing the plant. So is there karma associated? And let me take the thing a little further. There is Arjun in Mahabharata battle. He is there killing his own relatives. Is there karma associated with, Arjuna, right? So the question is, it's all in the state of your mind. If you feel you have done something wrong, there is certainly karma and there is always the karma. If you feel that you have not done anything wrong, there is no karma attached to it. Okay, if you, that is what is called about being, true to your conscience. Okay, now the next element over here, during chakra vibration, Om, do you visualize the top of the head from inside or outside? Actually, you visualize the top of the head right on the surface of the head over there. Okay, we have 2 minutes to go. And one quick observation, and then I'll ask Anjana Parekh ask her question. The first thing is, today you observed we did a lot of the chakra vibrations because somebody there was not clearing up and I had to do more and more. So that is why, but on days like previous day, we do very few. That is why there is so much variation how much we do. Now, Anjana ji, Anjana Parekh, can you please ask your question so that I can answer it?
Yeah, when I do Haim Im my vibration goes from top of the head, toward top of the head, then near when it comes to the Agnya Chakra and Sahasrara Chakra joints cross, then it's like a tug of war. The vibration goes try to go toward the Sahasrara Chakra, but Agnya Chakra also same time it's vibrating.
Okay.
So what should I dhyan? Up or front?
No. Actually, when you're doing the chakra vibration, whichever chakra you're focused on, that is where your focus is. You don't go anywhere else, right?
Yeah, but in this case, when you said the vibe, Haim Im Amit go from the center of the throat to
Oh,
the
okay. So what is happening is when you do Haim Im, you feel something is blocking in the head, right?
okay, yes,
Okay.
it's
So if you feel something blocking in the head, then my suggestion for you is don't focus anywhere when you do Haim Im. And after you don't focus at any part of the body,
mhm.
just kind of keep listening to Haim Im, and slowly that will clear off for you.
It go toward the Sahasrara, right?
I'm telling you not to worry about where it goes. Don't focus anywhere.
It vibrates two places. That's a feeling I
Let it
have.
vibrate wherever it wants to on its own. That is where it belongs. That's where it's
Yes.
clearing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So with that, it's 7 o'clock and time to close. So we'll finish with one Om. Take a deep breath in.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow, and we'll continue with the Yoga Sutras tomorrow, sutra by sutra.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks everybody. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, Yoga
Thank you
family.
all.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Good night. Yoga Sutra, very good knowledge.
Good night.